So when it comes to this point, at this particular point, you become something that you must be in front of everything. You got to be a master of all details. Not all grand champions are the same. There are some grand champions that are like, really? Is that a grand champion? And there is some grand champions that you look at them and you say, wow, much respect. What a great dog. What an amazing performance. It's the same thing when it comes to your dogs, to the beagles. You understand? So whether you're hunting, whatever you're doing, remember one thing that I said before. This is a quote, you can quote me on this forever. It says, the beginning of winning and losing, it starts with breeding. So don't let just anyone breed dogs. So going back to the Russians, good dogs are where you found them. It was not enough for me. I told Richard Stratton last night, I said, good and great dogs is where I create them. It's my responsibility. Those 10 two little words that I live by. If it's up to be, it is up to me. If it's up to be, it's up to me. If it's up to be, it's up to me. I am responsible. If something goes wrong, I am responsible. You understand? Don't wait for somebody. Somebody that was saying, says, man, you got to let other people tell you if you're great. Supposedly it's in the Bible. You don't tell yourself you're good. Let somebody else tell you. You can't do that. Really, in reality, you can't do that. You can't wait for somebody to judge you to be good or to be bad. Some guys called me the other day and say, hey, man, we got a little Hall of Famer here, and we want to make you a Hall of Famer in a group. And I said, guys, really appreciate that I can't be a Hall of Famer. And the reason why I cannot be a Hall of Famer is because you're making the decision for me to be a Hall of Famer. One day you might change your mind on me, and I start being a Hall of Famer. I got to be a Hall of Famer for myself, for my dogs. So that, to me, is the core of genetics. That's the core of genetics. Believe me, there's a lot of hand walking, there's a lot of working, there is a lot of, you got to have tough skin because there's so much animosity, at least in the pit bulls, so much envy. Guys that are very insecure, they see you winning, they see you being great, but they're not men enough to come and says, you're doing great. They're good to say and go back 20, 30, 40 years and say, this guy is great. But your numbers are like 20, 30 times better. But you're not great because you're at the same time they are with them. So people not having that ability to do that is a problem. We met with Victor Aker a few days ago in Panama, and we're talking about it. I said, Victor, I want you to know something. I said, I love you. He looks at me and says, I said, I love you. He said, I love you too. And I said, this is not some gay stuff. I really love you because you gave me something to build from. And that base, I couldn't get it if it was not for you. That made the blondie breeding, you understand? So for me, I do appreciate those things coming in from other dogmen. And I do appreciate the work that was done by many. But there's some things that I wouldn't take for me and my standard. So your standards is what builds your dogs, my friend. Whether they beagles or they are American Pit Bull Terriers. It's a process where you are building, and you can't wait for the quantum leap. You got to create it yourself. It's up to you. And really, that's all I can tell you. Now, you have another question.
Yeah, yes, sir. Man, you got me just like, Jesus.
I'm sorry about that. When it comes to dog men,
and see, that's me. That's why I was like, I got to get Chico on here because I already know, and the talking back and forth, I was like, other people have to see it because so many people think, they say, well, man, Tyson, you're too intense, man. They're just beagles. They're just dogs. Well, there was my life.
No.
You know what I mean? There was my life. I bull dogs.
Let me tell you something, Tyson. There is people that love cats, and that's them. And there's guys that love poodles. But then there's a very special group of men that love dogs that are like themselves.
Yes, sir.
And there are some men that never settle for less, but nothing but the best. I called the ADBA and said, I want to put my name in there. It says only the best. And, I go through changes through my life. Like every 4 or 5 years, there's something in me. I said, right now I'm only yard boy. I'm proud of being a yard boy. So I'm yard boy. Woo, I'm going yard boy. At first I created open house kennels. And when I did, I said, you know what? In my head, I don't want to have some fancy name like Hell on Earth or anything like that. I said, this is a house that got open weights. I said, this is an open house. And then I went through the yard boys doing the work. And then the chosen few, those few chosen men that are willing to go the extra mile. Those guys that trust me, build on trust, build on doing whatever it takes to make you better. The Black Cowboy, my friend Kenny G, my friend Gino, my friend Ivan. Boo Boo, the original Jar Boy. Those people at the core behind me. You understand? Every good man got to have a team. You cannot do it on your own. You must have a team. And that is so important. You can't do it by yourself. You know, oh, I'm the greatest, whatever. Okay, good for you. But you, who's behind you? Well, I got great people behind me, my friend. And guess what? You know what's the best news? I got great people in front of me. And guess what? Greatness attracts greatness. And what's going to happen is, sooner or later, the next generation of people that come in, they're going to look at that old man. I'm going to have white hair, whiter, maybe old snow. And they'll come to me and say, hey, Chico, you know, I want to learn from you. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to tell anybody just everything, but I'm going to write those books. And they just got to be patient with me. Right now, the maintenance and the working here, we got a rock quarry here, we're breaking rocks and stuff. But sooner or later, I'm going to have time to write those books and put some videos that'll create something that somebody can look and be a guide for them to be better than me. I said one time I was giving a seminar in Indonesia, and in my way going to Indonesia, I'm writing things, and I said the finest hour of a true dogman is when he can lift another dogman to his level. That is the finest hour of a dogman. So I said, as a dogman, the finest hour for me is when I can raise myself, when I can raise another dogman or another person that is not a dogman to a higher level. I came back when we went to Peru, we went to Ecuador, we went to Colombia, went to Mexico, and we started giving all these seminars to become a great thing for everybody. I came back and I said, you know what, you know something? I said, guys, I want to make you better. What can I do to make you better? I'm going to teach you about how to love the American Pit Bull Terrier. And every single type of dog, it can enjoy having someone that can make them better. And really, that's, you know, we were in Vegas one time with Bob Stevens, which wrote the book of Dogs of Velvet and Steel, which is amazing. I mean, Velvet and Steel, that's the American Pit Bull Terrier. He is a genius, just for coming up with that phrase. And when we finished going out for 2 days, him and I, and he calls me and said, Chico, you know, talking with you inspired me so much. I didn't have the material to write another book, but now I have you. So he's writing a book right now, and it's going to be about different great people and good people of my time. And it'll be something like a guide for the people to look at those things and say, well, the bar is there. I can go over and make it better. There's always going to be someone that's going to come in front of us that's going to be better. But what we build as a foundation for those guys is very important. I'm building the foundation for those guys right now. And the people that watch me, even if they hate me, I am solid. They're getting a solid foundation with Chico Lopez. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, man. Go through the question.
No.
Otherwise, I'll talk forever.
That is what I wanted to get out of you. Man, I need to send you an offering. That's what I wanted to hear right there. A buddy of mine from Ohio just asked, he said, how do you deal with the struggle of time? We only get so much time. He said, building a line